When you first get to your shift, make sure to clock in, check in with your supervisor, and be sure you grab the following 3 things: the iPad, the radio, and the keys. And then you're good to go. So to recap, as soon as you get into the facility, make sure you check in on your Workday app, check in with your supervisor, and grab the iPad, keys, and the walkie before you go relieve the other CW.
The laundry room at Lead is located in the back room. You're going to walk through the store, and the first thing on your right you're going to see is the athletic washer. We do not use this washer. This washer is the one that we're going to be using. These are for towels. There's going to be clear instructions on how to use this. These are the dryers. There's also going to be clear instructions on how to use this step by step. Those 2 white washers are for the polos.
So you should be up and walking around through the majority of your shift. When you would like to sit down, patrons expect to find you sitting behind this desk on the 3rd floor. At this desk, we have a bunch of helpful notes posted up here that'll help make your job a little easier. We also have this fanny pack that has the first aid equipment in it. You are expected to carry this around with you throughout your entire shift, especially when you wander away from the desk. This is just in case there is an emergency that is far away, you're fully prepared to handle it. Up here, we also have the only AED on the 3rd floor. It's located behind the desk just for best placement. We also have a phone so you can contact the front desk easily for lengthy conversations.
So I found this empty spray bottle. How long do I fill it up?
I can show you where. Let's go. You'll need to get into this maintenance closet right here, which is with this key on your key ring. To fill an empty spray bottle, you'll need to go to the jug of cleaning solution. The jug may take a second to begin to pour, and make sure that if it's empty, you tip it up to get all the cleaning solution out. Once the jug is entirely empty, you'll take it over to the wall mount on the side. Make sure you turn the dial up at the top to the empty gray circle. Then you'll need to flip both switches on the hose. Once you have that, you're good to begin filling up the jug. So to recap, whenever you're filling up the empty spray bottle, you'll need to enter through this maintenance closet here. To enter, you'll need this square key from your key ring. Once inside, you'll need to turn the dial to whatever cleaning solution you need. There is a sheet posted above the dial that describes what cleaning solution is what and what it's meant for. One of the most important parts of your position is that you always stay moving, and that includes walking around the track. It's important that you watch for patrons who like to stop and spectate the events going on the turf. This is for their own safety that they are constantly moving and they do not become an obstacle for runners or walkers. Hi! I just wanted to let you know that we actually are not allowed to have patrons just spectating onto the turf, and that is just for your own safety to keep you from getting hurt by an oncoming runner. Okay, thank you. So to recap, your position entails the entire 3rd floor, which includes the track. That means it is your responsibility to maintain and enforce the rules on the track. So to do the curtains and hoops, you use these these boxes. These are the different options. You use this key. Make sure you're watching hoops and then curtains and look at the numbers. There are 4 control boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. To set up the nets, you actually need the supervisor key ring, and you'll go into this closet right back here. You need the green key, which is our master key, to get in. Once in the closet, you'll need to wheel out your needed equipment. To begin setting up badminton, you'll need to set up the 2 little poles first on the outer red lines of the badminton court itself. After that, you'll need to set up 2 of the volleyball poles. These will be used to connect the net. It's important that you fold up each net nicely so it's easy to untangle. As you can see, that doesn't always happen. It's generally easier to set up one side before the other. Once both sides are connected to the volleyball nets, just straighten up the poles on the outer badminton. Then you'll need to set up the pads on both of the volleyball poles to protect people from running into them. Volleyball setup is actually very similar. You'll need to set up 2 of the poles on the outside of the court. Once you have those, you'll need to grab the volleyball net itself. Like badminton, it's important that you put the volleyball net away nicely. It makes it a lot easier for those setting them up when it's put away nice. Also, you'll need to make sure the net goes on the right side. There's also a height for men and a height for women. You'll need to tighten the bottom of the net after raising both sides and tighten the top of the net by twisting the lever. Then you'll need to add the out of bounds stick. They're Velcro, so they just go over the outer yellow line of the court. Once you have those, then you just need to put the pads on, again to protect patrons from running into them.
This is the ISU Sports Club garage. A lot of our clubs are going to come up to the front desk and ask for the garage door to be unlocked. You are not to give out the code to this garage. You need to get up and walk over and unlock it yourself. The code for this garage is R.E. Jones.
So you have to come over here and type in R.E. Jones. So R.E.J.O.N.E.S. Then you hit the button with the arrows.
You have access to the garage. You need to make sure that this garage is locked at the end of the night. If their reservation ends before we close, make sure you lock it before they leave.
The second floor is also your responsibility. You will need to keep an eye on the equipment, the rock wall, the racquetball courts, and you may need to know where the wrestling room is and the bathrooms.
And this is Lead. If you have any questions during your shift, feel free to contact your on-shift supervisor or don't hesitate to reach out to one of the head supervisors.